Hello, Meoni here, and today we're going to take a look at workers. So what are workers and why do I need them? In short, every action involves higher tiers of crafting or gathering, although in some occasions possible to be done by players, is easier and more manageable from the offset to do via NPCs you employ, i.e. workers. Think of workers like slaves. They have a cost and their upkeep is food, in this case beer. The slave idea works fairly well with explaining the methods of obtaining them. There are three main ways to obtain workers in the game. The first, the most commonly used method, is visiting a worker supervisor. These are indicated on the world map in major towns and cities via a pickaxe icon when you look at the area. Visiting one of these glorified slave masters gives you a number of options related to hiring workers. However, before we continue, it is worth mentioning that sometimes you can proc a very sought after artisan rank worker, and so it is advisable at this point to ensure you have at least 150,000 silver either on your person or in the bank nearby you are hiring your workers at. Okay, disclaimer out of the way. Firstly, you can spend 5 energy to roll an invisible dice to generate a worker of varied skill. These come in form of giants, goblins and human workers, each having their own benefits. For example, a goblin worker will be fast and diligent but perhaps not be as productive in terms of quality of his work, yet a goblin is generally very slow and slow to move off the bat, making for not very good gathering creatures. Giants are the perfect handyman to send for quarry missions, for example. Each of the races has a benefit towards a certain activity from the offset. However, obtaining skills as they level from completing objectives will actually balance their handicaps out and in some ways make them perfect at a certain activity that perhaps you hadn't thought of originally. Rerolling takes another 5 energy at a time, and you could do this by selecting look for another worker. Artisan workers are the goal here as they come with some of the best skills out of the gate without any levels. However, the chance to actually get one of these is extremely low, so you should settle for whatever grade of worker you are most comfortable with or however good your RNG is. The second method of obtaining workers is through the new Worker Exchange program. This is brand new since Medea patch and allows you to browse what is essentially a slave auction and buy and sell your own workers. Be sure to check it regularly, but be aware that leveled up workers with certain skills will be worth a great deal of silver, so come prepared. Anything from furniture specialists to those who will sometimes reward a percentage of used materials back upon completion of their work, etc. There's a great range of diversity and monetary gain from this aspect of the game, and you can quite easily play the game legitimately as a slave master yourself, which is a pretty awesome thing, and pretty unique to the game, I think. Now, the third, and to my knowledge the final method of obtaining a worker, is that certain NPCs in the world, once you have gained their trust, will even work for you. For example, Jagurta, who is a small goblin dude at Lynch Ranch atop the mountain range near the Western Guard camp here on the map, will work for you, but first you must talk to him and gain his trust. The amity conversation minigame will be needed here, and you simply raise enough amity with this guy and he will actually unlock the option to work for you. Now, there are many workers just like this out in the world that require either a quest prerequisite or in this case amity gains to unlock him. I won't show you all of them, and that's kind of up to you, that's the game we play, but this guy is essentially a 3 golden rank worker if you want to go grab him. I say 3, but there's quite a bit of energy involved in that, which in terms of value is actually quite amazing if you factor in all the RNG to actually get a golden worker. Now, this obviously doesn't look into every facet of workers and is in no way complete, but I was unsure if people knew about what I had to say today, and hopefully this will be and is of some use, and I will definitely see you next time.